The vision for the practice when we thought about starting a group from her days as a single practitioner, we wanted to create an environment where the employees enjoyed coming to work, where it felt a lot like family, where we could possibly do things outside of work hours. I think that we've accomplished that.
I feel like over the almost 5 years that we've had the group, that we've been able to build an absolutely outstanding team through being able to offer some benefits that other practices in Tulsa don't offer, and having a very supportive, like he used the word family, a family-like environment. So I'm really pleased with what we've been able to do in the 5 years we've been here. And I couldn't have been able to do it without him, even though he's not technically an owner of the company. He is so supportive and takes care of all of our IT stuff and supports me in ways that I can't even articulate. And we wouldn't be where we are today if I didn't have him behind me.
Thank you. Let me wake him up a little bit. Our dogs are part of the practice. This is Rowdy.
You should have been his name.
He's the Boston Terrier, like all of our dogs, but they come in different varieties of colors. He's a blue Duluth, and he's the biggest one that we have, and he's the most obnoxious, which is he's really well named as Rowdy. But we train all of our dogs at Tulsa Dog Training Club, and we get them CDG certified. We get them all trained as canine good citizens, and then we also, when we have the time, we get them certified through Paw Pals as well, so that we do retirement home visits with them and school visits. I know that she goes to Carnegie a lot, and I'd go to Monroe quite a bit in the past. So we do that, and then they also participate. At least one dog comes every day with Alisa to work and is part of the therapy sessions. In fact, some of the dogs get borrowed by other therapists as well and become part of their sessions as well.
Yeah. We have a very dog-friendly practice with all of the employees here. Absolutely adore dogs, and one unnamed employee, Charles is afraid, wants to steal all of our dogs.
Right. And then this is Maggie. She's probably the smallest one we have, but and she could pretty much, she's like the Shingles commercial. She doesn't care. She'll just sit there like a lump on a log.
She likes to be pet, and she likes treats. Yeah. So I feel very fortunate, because it was always a dream of mine when I started my sole practice to have therapy dogs, and so having this number of therapy dogs that I can rotate through the practice. Everyone's got their favorites, employees and clients alike, and so it's fun to have a dog here every day and the different personalities of the dogs. And a lot of people think that Boston Terrier is my breed, which it is now, but when we met, he said he wanted me to love his breed, and I did. We met, he'd only had Bostons. He had a Boston named Gracie. I had a tiny Brussels Griffon named Izzy. I also had a German Shepherd that he was allergic to, and the German Shepherd stayed with my next door neighbor. We had connecting yards, and she had German Shepherds, and so he spent more time at her house than mine anyway with her German Shepherds. So anyway, he stayed there. We talked about future breeds, and he said that it would someday, when we got a new dog, it would be a mutually agreed upon breed, and that would be a Boston Terrier. And fortunately, I fell madly head over heels in love with him. I've always had dogs, but I've never had more than one of any breed, and so this is the perfect breed for me. So when I started in private practice, I said I would never, ever, ever, ever have a group practice. I was adamantly opposed to ever having this. And in 2017, I started feeling like I was probably going to have a group practice, but I fought it for a year. And then in January of 2018, I can't even remember what the service was about, but we went to a Saturday evening church service, got out of church, got in the car, and I burst into tears. And he was like, "What is wrong with you?" And I was like, "I'm going to start a group practice this year." And he said, "Well, that's wonderful." And I said, "I don't want to." But that was January. June, we moved, tripled our space, had hired 4 people, moved over here. And then in March of last year, we expanded by double again by taking over this part of, which used to be a law office. And so I don't know what the future holds for Empowered Life Counseling. I don't think we'll expand beyond what we are today, but I have learned never to say never. And I'm open to whatever life brings us. I hope to continue to develop the team I've got today and just see where things go.